Nation video will cover the right side of your workbook, page 113.
Here we're going to be dividing a polynomial over a monomial. We have a bunch of different terms and a single one on the bottom. So in short, we're going to chop it up. We're going to go ahead and split up the numerator and distribute the denominator to each piece in the numerator. So with that in mind, if you see we have addition, subtraction in the numerator, and a single term, a monomial on the bottom, a polynomial on the top. We're going to chop it up. We're going to rewrite this. It's a lot, so you're going to want to pause in a second when I write this all down. So in this case, I'm going to have, let's see, 24 c squared f to the fourth g to the fourth over 4f to the fourth g squared minus, because I'm using the sign in front, 20 f to the sixth g squared over 4 f to the fourth g squared minus 32 f to the fourth g squared over 4 f to the fourth g squared. So again, if you notice, I just split it up. I split the numerator. I wrote all three terms and kept the denominator the same for each part. The reason why you can do this is just like when you're sitting there and doing fractions normally. If I gave you 3/7 plus 2/7, you would tell me the answer is 5/7 or 3 plus 2 over 7. Except I'm going backwards. I'm splitting up the numerator, I'm chopping it up, and keeping the denominator. So take a second and pause. That's a lot to write down. Now the fun part, if you're ready, the fun part is we've done dividing monomials before. So I'm going to go really to that. Remember, to divide, you're going to divide the coefficients and subtract the exponents. Again, remember to divide the coefficients and subtract the exponents. So with that in mind, that's all we're going to do. We're going to take, check this out, one at a time, 24 divided by 4 is going to give you 6. So those have been reduced. C squared, oh, there's nothing with that, so you leave it alone. C squared. F to the fourth over F to the fourth, those completely simplify. G to the fourth and G squared, you're going to subtract. How many G's do we have on the top? 4. How many on the bottom? 2. We have more on top, and we subtract. 4 minus 2 will give you 2 left. And the first one's been simplified. Rinse and repeat. Minus 20 over 4 is 5. Then we subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0 because that's been simplified completely. It's reduced. One more time. Minus 32 divided by 4 is 8. 4 minus 4, that's been simplified. 2 minus 2, that's gone as well. So that would be your final answer. So after we chop it up, we just go ahead and we simplify each individual monomial over monomial. So let's do it again. For this next one, we only have 2 terms.
Wait a second. He should have said, let's take a brain break, because you don't want this to happen to you during the EOC. Denied. Okay, back to work.
This time, that's fine. We're still going to go ahead and split up the numerator. Here I have 42, a squared, c cubed, d squared over 6a squared plus 60, a cubed, d squared over 6a squared. I split it up. And now I'm going to divide the coefficients and subtract the exponents for each one. So here we go. 42 over 6 is 7. A squared and a squared, 2 minus 2, that simplifies. And hey, you're left with just c to the third and d squared. Plus, let's do it again. 60 divided by 6 is 10. A cubed, a squared, 3 minus 2 will give you a to the first, or just a. And that d squared you leave alone. That's all you need to do. Split it up, and then we're dealing with monomials. Divide the coefficients and subtract the exponents.